We good?
Yep, ready to rock.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of.
Hashtag Ask Living.
See, I gave you a layup there, and there was
I know, but I was just waiting because you sometimes do it. I was
slight hesitation. Guys, thank you so much for watching over on YouTube, and thank you for listening over on the podcast. If you haven't listened on our podcast yet, I was just listening to the show on the way to the gym because it just came up in my list of podcasts, and I gotta say,
what'd you think?
I like the podcast. Let us know what you guys think of the sound on the podcast.
We use one microphone, so...
Right now, yeah, we're using one microphone, and I would love to get the setup that you have your own microphone here, and I have my own microphone here.
We can talk all close and seductively.
I guess you wouldn't be as close to me as you normally are,
Yeah.
but anyway, let us know, because I keep saying over on the podcast, it's hard to get your guys' take, your feedback, what you think of the show from if you're listening to the podcast, because there's no communication there. So best way, hit me up on Twitter, @BradGuthrow. Let me know what you think of the show and if you think we need to invest in other mics than what we're using right now. So other than that, today is going to be a different show.
Yep, today we're doing the game Never Have I Ever, which is a drinking game normally that you do with alcohol, but we're using tea. And basically we're going to answer your questions.
Your questions.
It's like, yeah, you are filling in the blank. So never have I ever, and then you're asking us if we have or have not done something. So we got a lot of great responses from our @LiveLeanTV Insta story. And basically the yes is if we take a sip of our tea, and no is if we just do nothing.
I wanted to hold up signs.
but that's not the way the game goes.
Okay.
You take a sip if you're guilty, and if not, you just wait.
But what if it's not guilty? Like, what if it's
Then you just do nothing.
No, I mean, it doesn't have to be guilty if you take a drink. Like, maybe it's...
By guilty, I just mean if the answer is yes.
Okay, yeah. So if you haven't heard of this game or played this game before, it's a fun game, and you guys have participated. That's what we love, getting you guys involved in this. It's very interactive. So we have all of your...
And you're going to learn some more information about us.
Yeah,
it's kind
fun
of like
stuff.
the assumptions.
To get to know us better. But I think a few of you, I was looking over some of them, may have misunderstood.
And just told us something you've never done.
Yeah, so
which is cool. We can read those too.
We'll have some fun with it.
Yeah,
so I say we jump right into the game. The kids are asleep, or we just put them to sleep. So
we'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts.
Okay, so let's jump right into this game. We'll take the first one is from our person Ellie DRG. Never have I ever lied about how much I squat or bench.
So again, we drink if we lied. We don't if we didn't.
If you haven't lied, you're good. I've never lied about that.
I don't think I've ever lied about that either, because
What's the point?
I understand what the point is, because a lot of like dudes on YouTube want to like puff their chest and be like.
I think it would be more likely for you to lie about that. It's probably pretty rare for a girl to lie about that.
It would have been super funny if you ever lied about it.
That would be funny.
But I don't think because like I admit I actually just redid my strength test on the bench, deadlift, and squat, and I was okay with my squat and deadlift, not really, but my bench was brutes. So for me, I can dumbbell bench press heavyweight a lot heavier than I can with the barbell for some reason. Like I haven't mastered the barbell bench, so I don't typically go for heavy weight on that. So no, I'm gonna say I'm not taking a drink because I didn't.
Yeah, and the other thing is I think like we're on camera a lot, you guys, so I think it would be pretty obvious if we were to lie about that. Like if we were to go boasting about how much we squat or bench, but then we can't film it. Like, you know, if it was a lie, it would probably be like the truth would come out because you see us on video.
Well, there's a lot of YouTubers that use fake weights.
Yeah,
just
maybe.
saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. But I'm not one of them. I don't puff, like I don't build an ego up based on how much I can lift in the gym. I'm more about, feeling the muscle work. I'm more about the aesthetic side of it, the functional side of fitness.
I like to think that we're really
good.
honest and transparent about what we can and can't do when it comes to fitness. So if you ask me how much I squat and bench, I'm not going to tell you some fake numbers. I'll be honest.
And honestly, I think it's more, not relevant, but more attainable if like you're not lifting as much as what some people may think you do because you have a YouTube channel or you're a fitness trainer or whatever it is. So, but anyway, first...
We haven't lied about that.
But shout out to LEDRG who asked that question because we received your before and after transformation photo. I think it was a few months ago you sent that, but I remember you. And I was like, bro, Keep up the awesome work.
Solid.
We love getting in these photos of you guys who are doing our programs and you're like, look, I did this program and this is what happened because I followed the plan.
Yeah, it's so cool.
So,
it always makes our day when
yeah.
we see photos like that. So thank you so much for sharing them with us. I know it's a little hard sometimes outside of your comfort zone to send in photos. Some people are like really shy to show their results, but we love it when you do.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ellie.
So keep all those photos coming in from you guys who haven't sent in your photos yet because we love seeing them.
From Just Robbie, never have I ever tried Boobymilk. It has many benefits. Cheers.
I had to think about that for a second. Like, I'm supposed to take a drink, right?
We're guilty.
No, I got to give you some context. I think we have to give context
I
from
know
every
all of
answer.
These, yeah.
My context was...
It was a drop.
It was a drop. It was for YouTube.
And it was when Kyla was first born, and like we were new to the whole Boobymilk thing, so we're just so curious. Like, what does it taste like?
Is it sugary?
Yeah.
It wasn't like I drank an
a whole
entire bottle.
No,
it was like
it
a
was
sip. It was.
I think what I did, I expressed it into a small bowl, and we both like put our finger in it and tasted it. It was like that much.
I took a squirt.
Did you? Oh, wait, not direct from the source, did you?
Well, that was another thing.
This.
That was another thing because you had a.
Did you do
this
that?
may be TMI. You had a duct clogged, and I tried to help with that, but anyway, that's
so embarrassing.
the TMI. So
I know,
anyway, if you've always wondered what Boobymilk tried and you just couldn't bring yourself to drink it, it's definitely sweet. It's like a sweeter.
Some people say
but
it tastes like
this is just
honeydew
a weird
melon,
question.
and I would agree with that. It's kind of like a mix between melted ice cream and honeydew melon. I think that's what it tastes like. But I'm pretty sure all parents can like relate to us on this because when you're a parent and you're going through these things, you're kind of curious. You're like, why does the baby love it so much? It must be delicious, and it is.
And let's be real. Why would you drink Boobymilk from a cow, but you wouldn't drink Boobymilk from a human? Think about it.
Still gross.
Think about it. You're going to drink it from another mammal, but not from a human? Anyway.
Maybe getting a little weird for you guys, so let's just move on. But yeah, we're both guilty on that one. So the next one is Miss Melly. Never have I ever had an embarrassing moment in the gym.
Oh, totally.
How many sips should I take?
I can think of multiple. What were your embarrassing moments?
Okay, some of my top like ones that come to mind is like bumping my head like so hard on the squat bar.
I just literally did that. Remember?
You got like a bad like mark from it. Mine was the back of my head.
Mine wasn't even. I got cut open. I had to like.
You were like bleeding.
Like the training area that I did in. It was outdoors, and you had to get all the way to the locker room. You had to walk all the way across the gym floor.
Through the gym like this. Oh,
like
gosh.
this, and I was literally bleeding, and fortunately, like, one of the employees was there, and he was just kind of looking at me like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I just hit my head. And he's like, you want a Band-Aid? I'm like, yeah. So I put the Band-Aid on, went back out, finished my sets of squats.
Act like it didn't happen.
Just got it done.
One of my other worst ones, oh, this is so embarrassing to admit, I can't believe I'm talking about this, but farting on the treadmill. When there's like other people next to you.
Not on the treadmill, but
oh, that is the worst feeling. And then you feel like you can't like leave because then it's going to make it obvious, and it's just
Did it make a noise, or is it just the smell? You got the silent but deadly ones. Silent but deadly right there. Me, on the other hand, I'm loud but not like deadly.
So I didn't know if it was like audible or not. It was so awkward.
I mean, I've done it doing, I think it was ab exercises, because like you're breathing out. I always emphasize like breathing out as hard as you can, and then it slips out.
Oh my gosh.
I've dropped a dumbbell on my head before, which gave myself a black eye.
I dropped one on my crotch one time when I was doing leg lifts.
Like there's so many things. Like, have you ever had an instance where you actually walked into somebody or caused a issue?
No.
Because I find that in the gym, like, and this is especially like for some people who are newer to the gym, it's like they're not aware of their surroundings as much.
Spatial awareness.
The spatial awareness. That's what it is.
I had somebody bump into one of my clients once. That was awkward.
Yeah.
And like she was doing like a dumbbell bench press, and they walked into her elbow.
Yeah.
And so she almost like, smacked herself with the dumbbell. So as a trainer, I was just like, whoa, like, that was awkward and kind of dangerous, but now
I've whipped people with my jump rope before because like I'm jumping rope and then they just get too close.
That's
you whip them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of
So
things.
many things.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
Oh my gosh, yeah. If you feel like you're alone in embarrassing gym moments, just know that it happens to the best of us.
Never have I ever, Nina Machiaverian or Machiaverian, smoked a cigarette.
Never have I ever. I was just trying to think.
No,
like,
hold
sip
on.
or not
I
sip?
did it wrong. This
I have
game is confusing me.
So correct, I have never sipped.
I actually have smoked a cigarette, and the funny story with this is, like, growing up, when I was in high school, so this, to, again, give you some context, I was in grade 12. You guys call it grade 12 or 12th grade or senior, being a senior?
Yeah, that's what we call it.
I was there I went to high school from 96 to 1998. Yes, I just dated myself mega. And back then, I don't know if it's like that now or not, but a lot of people smoked back then. Like teenagers.
I think it's less like that now.
I hope it is.
Yeah.
And I was literally out of my crew, and I hung out, I was like in the athletic jock kind of crew. There was me and one other guy that never smoked. And there was like the smoking corner in high school where everybody, for some reason, they were allowed, even though they're underage. You could go out to this corner of the school and smoke, and nobody would say, and like probably 50% of the school was out there. So it was just me and my buddy. We never smoked at all. But I was just super curious, and then I was out on a Friday night or something, and my buddy gave me, I don't know how I got the cigarette, but I had the cigarette. Never smoked it with anybody, but when I was home one night, my parents were gone away, I went down to the basement, there was like a chimney or a fireplace in the basement, sparked it up, smoked it, like blew the smoke out the chimney, thinking that was like the way to do it.
No one would ever smell it. Yeah.
And it was disgusting. I was like, what? I do not get this.
I cannot imagine you do. Well, I can see why you were just curious about it, but like I cannot imagine you ever.
Yeah.
Like, and let's just be clear about your answer is that you did one cigarette one time, right?
One time, yeah.
That's it?
And the amount of times like going out with my friends, like I said, me and one other guy, the only two out of my crew that never smoked, we'd be playing drinking games, like before we go out, we'd be playing poker. Everybody would get up, go outside and smoke. It'd be me and another guy sitting there. Like just, so we got to wait for all these other guys. But hopefully that's changed.
I have never touched a cigarette even to my lips. Like I don't even know if I've held one in my hand. I think it's like for me it's that far away from my reality. Like I never had anyone offer me one. It was just kind of like not part of my life ever growing up. So
and it's not going to happen now.
The answer is a hard no. Yeah, and now at this point I think I never will. Nina Machiaverian, same person. Never have I ever had sex. Well, we have 2 kids, so. CML 215. Never have I ever broken a bone. Man, if this was 5 years ago, I could have said that was true. But now that's false. I've broken my wrist.
And we actually have footage of you breaking your wrist. Maybe we can splice it in. You going to edit this video?
I don't want to see that again.
You want to splice it in that video?
I don't want to see that again. No.
It's up on Livelying TV. If you search, I forget what, I think it's workout fail or something. If you search that, you can find that video of Jessica actually breaking her wrist at Gold's Gym in Venice.
I'm pretty sure you drop the camera like when it happens, so there's not, you don't see like the actual moment, but you see what's leading up to it.
You see the moment. You're like literally like, you gotta go watch it. You see everything, but like once you hit the floor, the camera's off.
Yeah.
But I have never broken a bone, knock on wood.
Wow. So you're supposed to take a sip there. Good for you, Bill. I'm jealous. Really? Mm-hmm. That's true.
This game's confusing. Yeah, I've played sports my entire life. Physical sports, like contact sports. I've having concussions and stuff like that, but no broken bones.
You've definitely broken some skin. I've seen you have a number of injuries, but like that time you like cut your face open here, and then there was the other time here.
Yeah.
Like, you've definitely had injuries, but
I'm surprised my face isn't all scarred up.
I know.
But no, like I don't even think of any close calls, like anything like that. I mean,
you were one lucky dude.
Yeah, fortunately, and people were always asking me like, you don't drink milk. How are your bones not like falling apart?
Denver Kid 716. Never have I ever failed a class.
Ooh.
I haven't.
I never failed a class. I got a D one time, and there's a funny story. I don't know if it's funny, but it's an interesting story around it. It was class in college I took, or university. I literally didn't learn one freaking thing in this class. It was like an elective you had to take. Had nothing to do with my major, nothing to do with anything I'm doing in life, but there's university for you.
Bitter much?
Yeah, and literally I figured out in my head, if I don't take this if I don't do this project, like the course was broken down into, I think it was like 30% for the midterm, 40% for the final, and 30% for this project. And I worked it out that somehow if I didn't do this project, like literally not even turn in this project, that I could still pass the course and get away with just a D. So I was like, not doing the project. And that was my closest thing to failing something, but never actually got an F on anything. I was a good student, to be honest.
I feel like I was a decent student. I wasn't like your straight A person, but I was like pretty consistent B's, maybe some C's.
Yeah, I rarely got C. I was like, I was not like an A student, but I was on the cusp of being A.
I think we match on that.
Denver Kid 716 says, never have I ever bought shoes that weren't Nikes.
Nikes? You mean Nikes?
Nike is like, it's just like Porsche and Porsche.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Like potato?
Kind of.
I don't know. Well, anyway, let's answer the question. So have you ever bought shoes that weren't Nikes?
Of course, yes.
Totally. Sipping.
Honestly,
I like all kinds of brands.
I could talk about this all day, but I'll try to keep it narrow. Some of my favorite training sneakers, like gym sneakers, are Reeboks.
Yeah.
I love the Reebok Nanos. I actually prefer the Reebok Nanos over the Nike Metcons. I've had multiple versions of both, and the Nike or the Reebok Nanos are better. But from like a lifestyle perspective shoe and from like a collectible shoe, basketball shoe, got to go with my homies at Nike.
You would say Nike. Oh my God, you're messing with me. Would you say that Nike is in your top 3
of what?
Favorite brands?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Oh, like of anything?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Well, no, I mean like, I guess of sneakers or any other stuff.
Well, remember
I would say they're like one of my favorite brands, but I definitely buy other stuff too.
Yeah.
Happy Figueroa. Never have I ever put gum under a table. Pretty sure I've done that, yeah.
I'm going to say no on this, and I have a pet peeve.
I know, it's disgusting. So I think if I did, it was when I was a kid and didn't know any better. But like
I wasn't
now I would never.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say a pet peeve, this is what only dudes would apply to this, who spit their gum out in the urinal.
Ew.
I see this all the time when I go into the
Boys do
gym
that.
and I take a leak and you look down and there's like
so
gum in
rude.
there and I'm like, why do you spit gum into a urinal? Like a little human being has to stick his hand in there and pull out your gum. Like the garbage is 2 feet across. Wait until you go and spit it out. Like it's just so.
How lazy is that?
It's so lazy and just disrespectful to another human being.
Yeah.
I mean,
rude, man.
But no, I've never put it on. I mean, I guess putting it under a table is the same thing, but at least they don't have to reach their hand into somebody else's like pee.
I hope that I
is
never
it pee
did
or is
that.
it piss? Like.
I hope that I never put it under the table. I don't know. I feel like I probably have because kids do that kind of gross thing. But
I don't think I ever did.
Nowadays, I would never. And I don't recommend anyone do it. Don't do that. Just be a mature person and go put it in the trash. Never have I ever thought I'd die alone. From Rosalind KT.
No, I never.
I'm going to go ahead and sip.
So once again, this is a yes.
That's a yes. Because
So
I'm
never
pretty
have
sure. You have?
Oh. Oh, God. Give me the cards. Let me just go write something on here. This is like over my
I'm
IQ.
pretty sure like everyone who's ever been through a breakup has said that. At least. Yeah, I know. I don't know either.
I would say every female that has ever gone through a major breakup has think that. Guys,
I'm gonna die alone.
Guys, honestly, I never thought that. There was a time in my life, like after I got divorced, that I wanted to be single the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I went through that time where I was like, I don't want to go through that again. Like,
this is so painful.
I don't, like, just the idea of marriage in general. Like, there's just so many things going through your head when you go through like a massive, traumatic experience like that you just don't want to do it again. But growing up as a kid, I never thought I'd be alone. I always knew I'm always been a relationship guy.
Yeah,
I thrive in relationships as opposed to like.
I don't think either of us have been single like for a long period of time.
Well,
ever, like, since we started dating. Yeah.
Well, I was single for a while after.
For how long?
Like a few times I've been single, but it was always getting out of a relationship.
Yeah.
So then it was like, okay, I want to go flex and flex on the market. But
I think like times when I was single, it was kind of like on again, off again with an ex or something. So I haven't been like that single to where I thought I'll never find someone and I'll die alone. I'm sure I've thought it once or twice, but not like seriously. Igiga 1121. I never have I ever been skydiving, bungee jumping, or white water rafting. Man, because that's 3 different things. There's one of them that I haven't
Well, I'm
done.
thinking this might be another incorrect assumption of what the question actually was.
No, I think she wants to know if we've done those 3.
Okay. Well,
Right?
anyway.
I've done 2 out of 3.
I've done 2 out of 3 as well.
Yeah.
So
So bungee jumping is the only
and
one
which is
I
what my next thing that I want to do. So I've been skydiving and I've been whitewater rafting.
Same here.
But I've never been bungee jumping, and I was saying that's like my next
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe we'll do that together.
I would love
Don't
to
they do it where like you can actually like hold hands and do it at the same moment?
I'm sure you
Can
could.
you? That would be fun. Or is that too dangerous?
It might be too dangerous. I'd rather
What
do
if we
it.
were like back to back, like strapped
I'd rather do it
together?
individually, just so like you could see the other person doing it.
Oh, I
But it would be
know.
super cool to be able to like see each other's
Makes
face
my
while
heart
we're
race.
going down.
Oh, it's
I don't know for
scary
some.
to think about it.
Most,
I don't like the idea of us like smacking at the
most
bottom.
people say bungee jumping is they're more scared to bungee jump than skydive.
Yeah.
But I think I'm the other way around. But
Oh, you thought skydiving was scary?
I thought skydiving
You
would
were
be-
not even scared.
I
when
wasn't
you-
scared.
Guys, he just did this like 4 months ago while I was fully pregnant with Cody. We went and he did it. You didn't even seem scared.
No, we have
You
a-
were like ready to
I have a
rock.
video of it up
Yeah.
on Live Lean TV's YouTube, which nobody watched, and it's an awesome video. Though, so feel bad for me
Still
and go
bitter
watch
that
it.
the views are low. So
Views
go
on
watch it.
YouTube have been down the friggin' drain lately.
Brutes my goods.
Brute my goats. So keep watching, people. We appreciate your viewership.
Okay, so life is a box of chocolate. Never have I ever pull up. My arms are weak. I think this one is a misunderstanding of the question. So you may not have done a pull up. We should take a sip to that because we have.
Yeah, and if you've never done a pull-up, you're in luck.
Because our newest program coming out in like a week and a half is exactly designed for people who have never done their first pull up. So yeah, I thought it was about time that we add that program to our arsenal, our library of programs, because so many people struggle with pull ups. So this program is specifically designed to take you from 0 to at least 1 in 30 days. So I'm jazzed for you guys to see it. I can't wait. We're in the final stages with our designer, and yeah, just a week and a half, and it'll be ready for you.
Let's get it.
So get ready to conquer that goal.
Little Car Cakey says, never have I ever ripped a hole in my butt of my leggings at the gym.
I'm pretty sure you've done this. Actually, I was just doing laundry yesterday, and I found your jeans have a hole in the butt.
Leg day, man.
Yeah.
Breaking through those
But
quad
yeah, I'm gonna
gains.
go ahead and sip to this because I've done it for sure.
I know, I'm like, there's something on my, like,
That is really embarrassing too when you're, because I remember one time I was wearing like a thong.
I'm
and
pretty
it
sure-
happened at the gym and I like didn't have anything to cover
yeah.
it.
I'm
My
pretty
ass.
sure mine ripped in the front. Yeah, because I can't.
What move were you doing?
Those thrusts just broke, just busted through. Wanted to come out and play. I don't know what to say, but
Did you see a hot girl?
the bulge. I just think I know something. I just can't remember the exact time. I know
That's
something. Yeah.
awkward. Yeah. So I guess that would go with our list of most
definitely.
embarrassing moments we've had at the gym. That is
Yeah.
so embarrassing.
You're not alone.
Yeah, if that happens to you, just hurry to the locker room. Hazel Ray, never have I ever been hung over. Well, plenty of times.
I was hungover like last weekend.
For me, it's been like 3 years at least, like because I've been pregnant and breastfeeding for 3 years straight. But yeah, before that, and I think ever since I was my first hangover, I was probably 17.
I think
So
it's
between 17 and 3 years ago. A lot of times.
It seems like the last 3 times that I've been hungover, it's been because I've hung out with the same guys.
Oh
as the
yeah, I
same-
know.
We're
Seriously, your current friends.
Yeah, we got some homies
Oh,
too.
yeah,
We
yeah.
we go hard, and
Every time they hang out, I tell them like, take it easy this time.
I wasn't too. I just got back from one of his bachelor parties of one of my friends, and I wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But I was just tired all day. Like I just watched basketball on the couch.
Most of the time
I wasn't
you're fine, but-
sick or
yeah.
throwing up or headache or hung but you just like when you're tired.
Yeah.
And you're just like I'm just gonna
The
chill.
next day is just a waste.
Yeah.
but, yeah. I think like, when I was a teenager, that was when I had like the worst hangovers, like fully sick. But as you mature and get older and you kind of are more responsible with drinking, like, yeah, I don't know. It's been years for me since I've even been
That's
drunk.
if
so.
you're responsible, but if you go hard, it's harder hangovers when you get older.
Yeah. And I think we have much lower tolerance now,
Yeah.
but we're also parents, so we're more like, responsible.
Yeah.
So, guys, we have one last question, but we are going to save it for the podcast only. So, we're going to say sayonara to YouTube. Thanks, you guys, for watching. And if you want to hear this last final question, make sure that you listen on the podcast, which you can find on iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you like to find podcasts.
Spotify.
Yeah. So, bye, YouTube. See you later. Keep living lean.
Boy.